What is up, everybody? This is the Wild Nutrition Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Heskett, and this is another Unapologetic Friday episode. So this is episode 25. If you're new to the podcast, Unapologetic Fridays are unfiltered, unedited, and there's going to be a lot of F-bombs dropped. So this is just your warning right now is I generally curse a shit ton, and we're starting off with some cursing. So let's get into things. Today is going to be stop focusing so much on weight loss. So I got the timer set. Again, I forgot to mention, we set a time limit of 15 minutes. I usually go over, but it keeps me on track. So it's a shorter episode instead of a 1 hour episode. There's the timer. All right. So stop focusing so much on weight loss. And what I mean by this is the people who are successful at changing their bodies, the people who are successful at losing weight, improving their health, building confidence are not the ones just chasing weight loss. The ones who are actually successful at what they want to accomplish are doing it for different reasons other than just weight loss. So if you are doing everything, let me paint this picture. If you are doing everything in your power to lose weight, you're going out, you're doing 2-a-day workouts, you're tracking your food super close just to lose weight, all your focus is on losing a couple pounds, on losing 10 pounds, 30 pounds, whatever the fuck it is. It's just on that thing, you're not going to be successful. The people who are successful are those who try to improve their health and well-being. And as part of it, if they have weight to lose, they lose weight as part of that process. So person A, trying to do everything in their power to lose weight, is only focused on the end goal versus the other person is focused on the journey with goals along the way. So person A, there's only one thing they're trying to accomplish, and anything that deviates from that goal is going to derail them and have them lose motivation. The other person is going to change and adapt to what health and well-being means to them. So they might have a goal that they set out, but they are more process oriented and they, trust the process, enjoy the journey, that kind of saying. That's that person. And that's what you need to become if you're going to be successful long term. If you have 5 pounds to lose, you don't need to be that person. But if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, we're talking 15 or more pounds, and it's been stubborn. You have struggled for a long time to lose this weight. You need to stop focusing on just the fucking weight. It hasn't worked so far. It's not going to work in the future. I get that you lost 10 pounds in the past. Guess what? You gained 15. I get that you lost 20 pounds in the past. Guess what? Why is it back on? Why did you gain it back? Person A is only focused on that goal, and they're going to do everything in their power, burn themselves out, but never address the underlying factors, which are lifestyle factors that are causing you to be unhealthy. Because at the end of the day, we're going to lose weight for one of two reasons: to improve our health, or vain reasons to improve our physical appearance. That's really it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I am dieting down. I didn't need to lose weight, but I like having a six pack. So it's a completely vain reason. Well, other than all my pants are for when I was much leaner. So I literally don't have pants that fit me. So there's that. I didn't want to buy new pants. But it's a vain reason. So there's nothing wrong with that. However, I enjoy the process. I'm person B. You need to become that person. So if you are not focused on the process, you're doing everything in your power just to lose weight, then at some point, something's going to pop up and it's going to derail you. Or you're going to reach your goal and you haven't addressed any of the fucking lifestyle factors that got you into your position in the first place. And the weight comes back on. And then you're in this vicious cycle. You and your lifestyle are the problem. You going out 4 days a week for drinks and meals are the problem. You going and not addressing the other aspects. You drinking every single night is the problem. Not getting enough sleep is the problem. You're not going to improve your health if you're not addressing those things. I don't care what the fuck supplements you take. I don't care what belly band bullshit you get in your life. It's not going to fix it. It's not going to be a permanent solution. And I've been in this industry long enough, been actively coaching for 10 years, been working out myself and studying this shit for 17. I've been around long enough to see the people who are successful and the people who aren't. If we look 5 years down the road, who's successful and who isn't? Person A is not successful. Come to the realization. You're here listening to this podcast. You are here. You are listening to this podcast, and you have to come to the realization that your lifestyle put you in that position. If you go back to that lifestyle, you're going to be back in that position. You need to address the factors now and change your lifestyle and understand the process so that you can actually finally have that confidence and finally be happy with how your body looks and functions and all that stuff that goes with it. So what do we do to get there? And it's taking away just your focus on weight loss. If your only goal is, I just need to lose weight. I just need to lose weight. Like, you have no other goals. That's it. Or I exercise so I can eat more. That's a shitty goal. And that we should be chasing other things. I'm not telling you to go run a marathon, but we should have other mini goals and mini things that we want to do. Like, okay, for me specifically, I want to be in shape year round, but come hunting season, I always bring this up. I want to be able to, if my buddy sends me a message like, hey, yo, this weekend, we're going to do a 30-mile backpacking trip. Friday, we're going to hike in 6 miles. We're going to do 15 miles on Saturday, and then it's going to be whatever is remaining. What is that, 8-ish? 15 plus 6. No, shit. So 9 miles on Sunday. Like, if he sends me a message and that's what we're doing, I want to be able to drop everything and do that this weekend. Like, oh, shit, I have to pull everything together tomorrow. Okay, let's drop everything and go do that. So I want to be in shape for that kind of thing. Those are goals. When hunting season comes around, I want to be able to be in shape to do all that stuff, pull a deer out of the woods, go black bear hunting in the backcountry, go all day hunting, upland bird hunting, do that kind of stuff. I want to be in shape for that. And I don't want to come back home and be totally wiped out. So that's a mini goal. And that doesn't necessarily need to be your goal or is your goal at all. I'm not saying that should be everyone's goal. But what I am saying is you should set goals like that to help improve the process so that you can actually become successful long term. So easiest thing to start with are gym goals. And gym goal, the reason for that is you're going to be going to the gym or working out at home anyways for weight loss. So it's an easy way to chase certain goals. And a lot of people will start with, I want to do pull-ups. Okay. Let's just clear the air here. Unless you are a smaller person and you don't have a ton of weight to lose, it's going to be a long time before you do a pull-up. Women will say this. So this is a weird dichotomy of, is dichotomy the right word here? I'm not sure. But this is a weird, no, it's not the right word. Disconnect is the right word. So they'll be like, I don't want to get bulky, so I don't want to lift heavy weights, yet I want to do a pull-up. It's like, ma'am, you are 180 pounds. Your upper body has to lift 180 pounds, and you're worried about rowing a 30-pound weight, and that's going to bulk you up. You have to do 90 pounds an arm to do a pull-up, but you're worried about 30. There's a little bit of a disconnect there. Maybe you should reanalyze this situation. So that's probably not a good goal, but chasing a goal of like, I want to be able to bench press, squat, deadlift, X amount of weight. Where are you now? Let's add 10 pounds each month, 5 pounds each month until you get to that goal. Push-ups are another good one for a lot of people because it's a little bit more doable because it's only 60% of your body weight. So if you're 180 pounds, it's going to be something like 110, 120 pounds that you have to lift. So is it a significant amount of weight? Yes, but it's way easier to get to that than it is to do 180-pound lift with your upper body if you're not, super strong in your upper body. If you're just starting your journey and you're like handling 15s, like let's be real here and be open and honest. That's not going to happen for a long, long time. But you can chase goals like, I want to learn the barbell lifts. That's a fantastic goal. Like, let's build up the strength until you're at a point where you can start learning the barbell lifts. Because at a minimum, you have to be able to lift 45 pounds. The bar is 45. So at a minimum, if you're lifting 20s, well, you probably want to overshoot that a little bit. You need to get to at least 30s before you even touch the barbell. And a lot of people, I think, should wait even longer than that before touching a barbell. They should wait till they can actually load some weight on there. And go through that learning process. So you should figure out goals like that. The gym goals are usually the first one, but also what are the other areas in your life you want to improve that physical fitness can improve? Do you want to have energy for your kids? You want to have an amazing sex life with your spouse. You want to have sex with the lights on. You want to... What else? Be able to get up and down off the ground to play with your kids. That's one. A lot of people never have trouble getting up and down off the ground. That should not exhaust you. You should be able to get up and down with ease and move around on the ground with ease. If you can't do that, that should be a goal. Like, you should be able to get down on the ground and move around and have zero effort getting up. You should be able to stand up off the ground without using your hands. If you have to use your hands, you shouldn't have to do that. So people who, forget the actual statistic, but there's a longevity study, and it was something like a 50% increase in like longevity or some shit like that, where people who could get up and down off the ground without using their hands like had better outcomes, or maybe it was like survival outcomes if you fell or something in older populations. I forget the exact thing, but I'm just giving examples here. Those who are enjoying the process, they're going to be changing their lifestyle. So they're going to eat better because it makes them feel better, because they have more energy, because they feel like it's the right thing to do. And they start to change their mindset and change their identity along the way, versus that person who's just chasing weight loss. That person who's, I'm changing this so that I can actually, like, I want to be a healthy and fit person. I want to be the mom, or I want to be the dad that sets a great example for my kid. I want them to grow up without worrying about their weight. So I need to set that example. I want to show them that there's nothing to be ashamed of with food. I don't want them to have that poor relationship with food. I want them to not have anxiety around that. So you need to set that example. And that's that person who's enjoying the process, who... Weight loss will come as a byproduct of that process, and them kind of like leveling up throughout it and learning and it becoming part of their identity, versus that other person of, I'm just chasing weight loss. I'm just chasing weight loss. I'm just chasing. And that's fine for 5 or 10 pounds. But if you're been struggling, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, for years, and it's 15 plus pounds, that, you know, if you have 30, 40, 50 pounds to lose and you're struggling with that, stop just looking at the weight loss, and it's actually more of a mind fuck of your lifestyle is going to need to change so that you can reach your goals. To do that, you need to start small and stop just focusing just on weight loss, because there's going to be other things that tell you along the way, which is why I don't just look at weight with my clients. There's going to be other things along the way that tell you you're making your reaching your goals. Your stress levels are going to go down. Your libido is going to go up. Your energy levels are going to go up. You're going to sleep better. Your pant sizes are going to go down. You're going to see it in pictures. You're going to see all these different things. So if you're just chasing weight loss and that's your only measure that you're successful or not, it's not going to happen. You're not going to be successful. So before I say not being successful again, stop focusing just on weight. Start focusing on the journey and start building out aspects of your journey that you're going to need to reach. So these can be little habits, these can be little gym goals or things like that to help you get there. I always like to think of things almost like a video game of like, all right, we're at level 1. Here's our side quest and we're going to get 15 experience points to get to move on to the next thing, and that's when I level up, and then I'm level 2. Level 2, it's a little bit harder than level 1, but also I get these new skills. And it's kind of like real life in a lot of ways, which is why some of those games are fun. You're going to level up, you're going to gain new skills. It goes to level 2, things are going to get a little bit more in depth, but not necessarily harder. But a little bit more in depth, and then you're going to go to level 3, and then level 4, and level 5. That other person is just trying to chase level 50, and they're at level 1, like versus the other person is just trying to chase. Okay, we just gotta get to level 2. Okay, we just gotta get to level 3. Okay, we just gotta get to level 4. It's it's a big mind fuck trying to get to level 50 from level 1 versus trying to get to level 50 when you're just focusing on that next level. So I'm going to end the podcast with this. If you know Ed Milet, if you don't know who Ed Milet is, go follow him. He is a amazing motivational speaker. I got to see him in person last year, and I can't remember if he's coming Coaching Con this year, but one of the best speakers I've ever heard. Go follow his stuff. Amazing. But he has a saying of just one more day. So this is how his dad beat alcoholism, and when people asked him, he said just one more day. Like when he felt like giving up, he just did it for one more day. So instead of giving up, he's like, I'm just going to do it one more day. Like instead of now and quitting, just one more day. And then the next day came and he said, all right, I got through today, just one more day. And then you just focus on one step at a time, just one more day. And repeat that. When you feel like giving up, just tell yourself one more day. All right, I feel like giving up, but end of tomorrow, I'll give up. And so I'll go through all of tomorrow and do this. And you do it tomorrow. You're like, end of tomorrow will be, all right, just one more day. And next thing you know, so this is how, I forget how many years and how many people he helped with Alcoholics Anonymous, but it was a shit ton. And that's the process he used. Nobody in the fitness world is going to be, a lot of people think that they're magically going to wake up one day and they're going to be super motivated for the rest of their lives to work out, to eat healthy, to avoid alcohol, to go to bed super early. It's not going to happen. You have to make a conscious effort every single day to do those things and understand that that's moving you along your journey. If you don't, you're not going to be successful because nobody's like that. I'm not motivated all the time to work out. I'm not motivated all the time to eat really well. Hell, on this diet, I'm hungry all the time. I want to eat more food all the fucking time. It's not fun. But my goal is to get to lose the weight I put on and get to that point, and then it's done. Like, it's not forever. So remember that. If that person who's just one more day, changing their identity, everything, they learn that this is going to become a lifestyle, but the weight loss process is only part of the process. That's only part of the equation. They're going to get to a point where, okay, now it's the next phase. Like, we need to go to maintenance phase. I need to eat more food here to help rebuild my metabolism, build up stores of vitamins and minerals that potentially were depleted during my weight loss phase, and then repair my hormones that might have been downregulated during my weight loss phase. I need to repair that now. I need to go to that next phase. And maybe now it's, I also need to build some muscle because I lost a little bit of muscle during that weight loss phase. So I need to focus on that. That other person just chasing the weight loss phase, they're just chasing that one thing. It never becomes their identity. They hit that and then it's like, okay, great. Now what? Well, I'll just go back to my default, which was a super shitty lifestyle. They never learned anything and they just go back to doing that. Or they think weight loss is going to be forever. Like, well, I lost weight at 1,200 calories. I guess I'm just going to live there for the rest of my life. And then they fall off, gain all the weight back because they stop tracking. Weight comes on. They get unmotivated. They throw their hands up in the air and say, fuck it. And next thing they know, it's 6 months later, they've gained all the weight back. They're like, see, I can only lose weight. I only can eat this many calories. It's like, no, Karen, you went from 1,200 calories a day to 3,500. No, I didn't. Guarantee you did. You never went to your maintenance, which was like 2,100. You skipped that. You went shooting right past it. No, I didn't. I saw you at the bar. You had a hamburger, fries, and 4 martinis. Yet that meal was 3,000 calories. You did that 4 times last week. the meal itself was most of the calories, but I eat healthy. Cool. Avocado still has a ton of calories and banana. So you just had 2 avocados in a day. You had the equivalent of 4 avocados in the guacamole you put on your tacos. So let's wrap this shit up. Stop focusing on the weight loss process. To be successful, you need to enjoy the journey and set points throughout the journey for you to reach. It becomes way more doable when you stop focusing just on that as the only indicator of success, because I'm sure there are other things along the way that you want to improve. You probably want better energy levels. You probably want to be able to move around and not get winded by going up a flight of stairs. Those things are all wins along the journey that you should be keeping track of and seeing if you are improving in those areas. So take some time after listening to this podcast and map out what are those other things that, why are you trying to lose weight? And if it's a super vain reason, well, if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, we probably want to come up with some other reasons other than that, because it's going to be a long time before you hit there, and that motivation is going to fade away in 4 to 6 weeks. So you have 40 pounds to lose. In 4 to 6 weeks, that motivation is going to be gone. It's going to take you 40 weeks to get to your goal minimum. Let's figure out some other things for you to focus on. So, happy fucking Friday, everyone. Hope you go and kill it this weekend. And as always, actually, one last announcement. So, you're listening to this, you realize you need help. We're taking on 6 new clients for March. So, if you are interested in becoming a PWC client, you realize after listening to this podcast, you need help with doing things. You need that one-on-one support to help you accomplish that goal, to have someone write everything out and give you that clear path to moving forward with your health. Email me back, chris@protect-and-provide.com, or send me a message on any social media. I'm at Chris_PWC on TikTok and Instagram, and then just Chris Heskett on Facebook. You send me a message. The links will be down below. Do that. Shoot me a message if you're interested in that, but go fucking kill it out there this weekend, guys.